What is up, fellow game developers? My name is Tyler Potts. I'm here with co-host Liam Dix, and today we are starting our new podcast, One Pixel at a Time. In this podcast, we're going to be talking about video games, game development, and anything to do with gaming in general. I'm Tyler, and I am a video game developer. I'm actually a web developer by trade, but I am aspiring to be a video game developer. Liam is a magic man and he likes mushrooms.
I am a magic man and I like mushrooms. Mario is my favourite. But in real life, my name is Liam. I work in mortgage service in Nationwide Builders Society. So you're all probably sitting there right now thinking, what's he doing on a gaming podcast? He works in mortgage service. That's completely opposite. Well, as you probably guessed it, gaming is a massive passion for me.
So, on today's introduction podcast, we're going to basically just talk about the games we've been playing, which is pretty much Warzone and Minecraft Dungeons, because they're the two biggest games out right now. And we're just going to do a quick general discussion on that. In the next podcast, we'll be looking at doing full discussions on singular games to break them down. For example, we're going to do a breakdown on Warzone and Minecraft Dungeons in separate videos, spending a good time talking about those games and breaking them down. So the first game we've been really playing and diving into is Warzone. Now, Warzone is made by Call of Duty, and me and Liam and a couple of other friends have been playing this game quite heavily. We have got a few wins, not many. We were not the best at it, but we've been getting better. You know, there's just too many PC players on crossplay, and because we want to play with the Xbox players, because we both play PlayStation, unfortunately we have to play against PC players with apparently hacker-like aim. If not, they are probably hacking, and I say that jealously, enviously, and seriously. So Liam, here's a question for you. What do you think of Warzone as a game in general? So the gameplay, how do you feel the gameplay feels? How do you think it's well balanced and stuff like that? I'll let you take it away.
So to begin with first, Warzone is quite refreshing. It's nice to see that there's a game actually competing with Fortnite for once. With the greatest respect to Fortnite, you know, I'm kind of gone off that now. But it's good to see a new game out there that's kind of competing with it. To be honest, I love the gameplay, so addicting. As with you, PC players can be a little bit annoying, but I'm just quite envious of them myself. There's a couple of balancing issues, such as the Grau assault rifle.
That's a major one. The Grau is an insanely overpowered gun, especially when you've got PC player accuracy with a mouse.
Yeah, it's just, I feel like because it's got literally next to no recoil, anyone could do good with it. So I would like to see a little bit of a nerf to that gun. But I won't lie, I do use that gun myself, I do abuse it. So I'm not going to make out that I'm this high and mighty person that's using other guns, and, you know, I do abuse it as well. The game, yeah, I mean, it's such a good game. I love the fact that it's cross-play. I would like to see a console-to-console cross-play feature, just for the pure fact that we don't have to play with PC players if we choose to. Just because PC players, they do have the advantage on console players. You know, mouse, you can move 60 metres. Yeah, there's a bit of exaggeration, but, you know, you can move really quickly with a keyboard and mouse. Not
only that, I just find that we do joke about hackers and everyone being hackers on PC, but genuinely, you can't really hack on PlayStation and Xbox as well as you can on PC. PC is a lot easier to hack, and obviously there has been major hacking issues. At Call of Duty have outlined to everyone saying they're trying to deal with this, and I think they should really, because I just want to play with some of my Xbox friends. I love crossplay, but I'm not a fan of obviously playing against people who are just way out of our league because they've got a better setup than us using keyboard and mouse. I think that one thing I would suggest is to adding Xbox or console to console crossplay rather than crossplay of everything. I think you should choose what platforms you can play. So like a tick box system. So I can tick I want to play with Xbox and PlayStation only, but I don't want to play with PC players, or I want to play PC players and none of the rest. You know, it should be a tick box system, I feel.
100%, especially with with the new gen consoles launching this year with PS5 and Xbox Series X. Apparently Warzone is going to be continuously supported as well with the newer Call of Duties. So I could see them being on the newer gen consoles. So seeing a tick box kind of crossplay feature would be absolutely amazing. Whether or not they implement that in the future is all up in the air at the moment. But I would like to see it just because PC players are so good. I just can't beat them. I can't beat them as much as I'd love to. I just can't.
We all feel you. All console players feel you. That obviously we have the advantage of having the aim assist, but let's be real. Aim assist works when you first get into combat and up close. From distance, there's no hitting a long range target with just aim assist alone. Because let's be real, aim assist isn't exactly it's not like aimbot.
100%. The one thing I do want to go back on though, when I was mentioning about the GRAW assault rifle, I have noticed a lot lately that because I quite like to run the GRAW assault rifle and an AX50 sniper rifle as my secondary. I do notice if you don't get that headshot with the AX50, you're pretty much better off just using the GRAW at range as well, just because it's so accurate. Well, another little add-on to that.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. I obviously, compared to PC players, we haven't got the accuracy, but even if we don't have the accuracy, with a GRAW can still annihilate someone from a distance. Like an AX50, I can hit some banging headshots, but if I hit a chest shot, that's it. It's no kill unless they're not wearing armor. But majority of the time, someone's wearing armor. You're gonna ping them in the head, or you're just gonna have to alert them, and then they're gonna get all scared and run away. You're better off just getting out the GRAW and pinging them like 5 or 6 shots, taking out their armor straight away, rather than just hitting them with one sniper bullet.
100%. I've got one little question for you. How do you feel about the new Gulag weapons, where they've gone from pistols and shotguns to assault rifles and SMGs?
Okay, so that is one of the worst things that happened to Warzone, I think. Don't get me wrong, I don't mind it too much. I mean, I've been winning games. I still have been winning the Gulag. I know you've, on the other hand, you have been having a much harder time with the new weapons. You were much better with the older weapons. But I feel that they should have done SMGs maybe, and maybe kept the original guns as well. But the fact they've gone for ARs in a tiny enclosed area, it's just really hard to pivot around corners. You've got to play a lot differently, which I guess is a challenge in itself. But at the same time, I'm just not a fan of that. To be fair, I'd be more of a fan of using the sniper in the Gulag, because I can just run around and quickscope someone, or quickly no-scope, or try and do some trick shots. It'll be a bit more fun. If I die, I won't be so mad. But it's machine gun. I just find machine gun fighting is really bad.
Yeah, I'm the same. Like, I've noticed with the new weapons, a lot of the people I go up against, they camp, which is okay if you're a campy player. But you know what I'm like. I'm quite an aggressive player when it comes to battle royales, which is probably the worst thing to potentially ever be. But so I would run directly at the enemy, but because they're camping or mounting, I always lose my gulags now because of the new weapons. Where with pistols and shotguns, I would sometimes have that bit of time to kind of adjust to the situation and hopefully win the fight. But now at the moment, I'm with you. I just don't like the new weapons personally. What did you say, sorry? I have seen the chat. But yeah, as I said before, the new weapons, not a fan of. I do like the old weapons. I hope they kind of revert it. But we'll have to wait and see whether or not they will. Hopefully they will, with a lot of backlash. Right, so there is another question I want to ask you.
Yep.
Any future stuff you want to see in Warzone?
Okay, good question. Future stuff in Warzone, I would love to see a bit more variety with the guns. As in, we get loads of variants on the floor, right? With loads of different guns we could pick up. Maybe there should be a attachment station you can go to attach attachments to upgrade a gun, just for small amounts of money. So obviously you can just get your loadout, but if let's say you don't have enough money, but you pick up an M4A1 common, just a plain M4A1, you want to attach like a red dot or just something to help you out, you can go to an attachment station and throw on some attachments to the gun. I think that would be a cool idea. What do you think about that, Liam?
Yeah, no, that sounds pretty good actually, because we quite regularly struggle with our weapon choices, because at the start of the game we want kind of long to medium range weapons because of the zone being so big. And then it gets to the later game, and obviously you're in such a small circle, the long to medium range weapons are not really going to do you any good. So it would be good to kind of like switch it up and go to the short range like attachments. So like you can go from a sniper scope to like a red dot scope or something. That would be a good idea.
Oh, that's a good idea. So that could create some different type of strategies in games. So with the attachment station, you could be like, let's say, I've attached a silencer for, or no, let's say you pick up a gun which doesn't have a silencer, and then you don't really care, but towards the end game, you're like, let's pick up a silencer. Actually, I want to slap a bigger scope on this, or like a thermal scope towards the end, probably a bad idea. You have a thermal scope on at the start of the game, you swap it out later on in the game because everyone's got their loadout and they've got ghost on, so you want to swap it out and pick a different gun. That's a really cool concept.
Yeah, 100%. And with the future stuff as well, like just not even just the attachment station, like hats off to you, that was actually a really good idea. I never thought of that personally. But I would like to see potentially either a new map or changes to the current map we got, just because I know a lot of people request this, but maps do get very stale very quickly when you're playing a lot of Warzone, just any battle royale. So I don't know if they would ever go down the route of maybe Blackout, where they've changed the map slowly and added in new things, or if they'll go down the route of PUBG and just add in new maps. I would like to see something new anyway, whether it's new map or changes to the current one.
They said this is going to be like their long-term battle royale, didn't they? This is like, they're not going to make it like Blackout, then they made Warzone. They're not going to do another one for the next Call of Duty, are they? They're just going to continue this one because they've made it a standalone game now, haven't they?
Yeah, so I've not personally seen anything of it, but I have been hearing rumours that some Blackout, Black Ops stuff have been appearing in the Warzone map, like kind of RCXD. Now, obviously, that's quite known for the Black Ops series, sorry. Yeah. And apparently, they have been appearing in the Warzone map at the moment.
Okay, so that could mean they might try and cross it. So, because obviously Call of Duty, at the minute, it's just Modern Warfare stuff. But throwing in some Black Ops stuff and all their other series sort of games in there means we'll get more variety of the game. Maybe they add like M16s and Galils and that into the game as well. Variety guns, giving more ways of playing. I think adding more ways of playing would be a great step forward for Call of Duty. Obviously, there'd be a lot more balancing they need to do, but at the same time, you get that different feel for different guns. And then they could really pull this game into like a big game. So when you say about new maps as well and changes to the maps, either change the maps would be great, but I would love to see like a map selection. So you can, or like even if you could choose random maps.
Yeah, 100%. Could we just respect the fact though, talking about potentially Black Ops crossing over through the Modern Warfare world through Warzone, could we just respect that one day, if this does happen, we could play a game of duos. One of us could be playing as Price, and the other person could be playing as Reznov. Could we just respect that? Can we just respect that for 1 second? Yeah, Reznov and Price, the duo that will rule them all.
That'd be a great duo. Okay, game developers, that concludes this podcast today. I hope you enjoyed it. It's a new concept to me and Liam. We're going to be doing more of these in the future. We don't know how exactly we're going to format and what schedule we're going to do yet, but it will be released on my Twitter account at Tyler_Potts_. And hopefully we'll be able to get some better content out to you soon. For now, I'm Tyler Potts.
And I'm Liam Dix.
And we will see you in the next podcast. Keep gaming.
With